Yo, what up YouTube, BBC Man 92 here. I'm going to show you guys my Heroes PC to this point. I'm still definitely looking for Heroes cards. I'm going to try and work on the set of either, of any hit, game use, auto, or whatever. So let me know if you guys have any. I'm just going to run through my hits real quick. Quad of Pujols, Jeter, Fielder, and Ortiz out of 25. Papelbon, Manny, Varitek, and Ortiz out of 125. Webb, Verlander, and Felix Hernandez out of 125. Joe Mauer, Hanley Ramirez, Troy Tulowitzki out of 200. Wade Boggs and Mattingly out of 200. Kuzmanov out of 150. Wells out of 25. Halladay out of 50. Michael Young out of 200. Scott Kazmir out of 200. Crawford out of 200. Gibson out of 200. Mulder out of 200 and Carpenter out of 200. Then we have Pujols out of 200, Jojima out of 125, Felix Hernandez out of 25. I have two Rich Hill auto game use out of 75. This one's for trade if anybody wants it. Tony Gwynn out of 125, Felix PA jersey out of 50, Felix PA auto out of 100, Blanton out of 100, Carlton out of 200, Ethier out of 100, Rich Harden auto patch, numbered out of 10. That's probably one of my nicest cards I have. Harden out of 125, Chavez out of 200, Winfield out of 125, Winfield 3-color patch out of 5, Ian Kennedy game used out of 50, Jorge Posada out of 50, Chien-Ming Wang out of 200, Rivera out of 125, Martinez out of 50, Beltran retail hit, Rod Carew out of 125, Mauer out of 125, Mauer out of 200, Mauer out of 50, Ben Sheets out of 200, Ben Sheets out of 125, Braun out of 50, Fielder out of 50, Kelly Johnson out of 200, Billingsley out of 125, John Lister out of 125, Brad Penny out of 200, Sean Figgins auto jersey out of 50. Sorry, it's kind of a long video. Howie Kendrick out of 200, Bo Jackson out of 200, Matt Cain auto out of 50, Matt Cain jersey, Alex Gordon jersey out of 125, Hunter Pence out of 200, Willingham out of 100, Miller out of 200 with a pinstripe, Dan Uggla out of 125, Uggla out of 200 with a pinstripe, Edison Volquez out of 25, Hanley out of 200, Ivan Rodriguez out of 125, Verlander out of 125, Gary Sheffield out of 125, Curtis Granderson patch, it doesn't look like it, but it feels like one, out of 25, Helton out of 25, Garrett Atkins auto game used out of 35. I'm also starting a Garrett Atkins PC, so let me know if you have any of him. Atkins out of 125, Troy Tulowitzki out of 125, Matt Hawday out of 50, Jeff Francis auto out of 5, and on to the last stack. Hafner out of 125, Sabathia out of 125, Victor Martinez out of 125, Bench out of 50, Griffey out of 200, Corey Hart auto jersey out of 75, Canerco out of 200, Aramis Ramirez out of 200, Carlos Zambrano out of 200, Boggs out of 125, Yaz out of 200, Buchholz out of 200, Daisuke out of 200, Schilling out of 200, Papelbon auto jersey out of 10, Papelbon patch 3 of 5, or 5 of 5, sorry, Papelbon jersey out of 50, Manny out of 125, Ortiz out of 200, Frank Robinson out of 200, John Maine auto out of 150, Jeff Francoeur out of 200, Brian McCann out of 125, Chipper Jones out of 50, Randy Johnson out of 125, and a Justin Upton 5 of 5. So let me know, guys, if you have any Heroes, game use, or autos for trade, and we can work something out. Alright, peace.